Hakadosh Boker or Mishna Yomi Masechet Batra Mishnah Hey and Vav Perek Chet. This is the 8th chapter. Mishnah 5 and 6. Haomer ish ploni beni bechor lo yitol pishnayim. If a person comes and he says, you know what, this is so and so, he's the firstborn son, but he's not going to take a double portion. Or ish beni lo yirashi mechav. Or this is my son, he's not going to take a portion at all. Lo amar klum. He didn't say anything. Why? Sheitzna al ma shekatuv b'Torah. Because he made a stipulation that is against the Torah. Meaning, since in the Torah a firstborn takes double, and since according to the Torah a child will take a portion in the Yerusha, the fact that you're saying that you don't want to give the child the Yerusha, or you don't want to give the Bechor Pishnayim, you're making a stipulation that goes against the Torah. It's as if you didn't say anything. Next case, Hamchalek mechasav levanav al piv. If someone is mamashi sick, and therefore he comes and he's doing it without a will, he's doing it by his mouth. Now he gave one more, he gave another one less. You made the firstborn equal to everybody else. Devarav kayamim. Right? His words are going to be okay. Now, the reason why is because if you remember, we said that this is not actually an inheritance, it's like a gift, right? This was like matanat shchivmina, it's a matanat, it's a present. But if he said that it was a Yerusha, Norma Klumi didn't say anything. Why? Because then, once he says he's doing it as an inheritance, then he's doing it against the Torah. But if he's not doing it, then it's fine. But if he did write at the beginning, whether it's the beginning, middle, or the end, he wrote down that it was a matana, then it's going to be good. Why? Because it doesn't matter where he wrote it, but somewhere along the lines he wrote down that it was a matanat chimera. That's going to be okay. Haomer ish plonim yirasheni mimkom sheyesh bat. Whenever a person says this person, certain so and so, is going to inherit, right? In a case where he has a daughter. Now this person is not even his child, so it's not even his child, and he says, this person's gonna. But one second, but he's got a daughter. Or bititi yirasheni mimkom sheyesh ben. The daughter is going to inherit instead of the son. Lo amar klum. He didn't say anything. Why? Again, he went against that which was written in the Torah. Rabbi Yochanan says, if he said it on somebody that's fitting to inherit him, so then it's going to be good. You remember we learned this, Rabbi Yochanan Because according to Shtat Rabbi Yochanan as long as you're in the parasha of Yerusha, you could switch from one person to another, even though he's not the first one in the air, right? Like the first one in the system, basically. Okay. But if he said it on something that's not fitting to inherit him, then it's like he said nothing, right? And the final section of the Mishnah, what if somebody gives a gift to other people and leaves his children without nothing? Whatever he did is fine, but the rabbis are not happy with him. Why? Because basically he's left without in legacy nothing for his grandchildren, and that's not very good. That means even if the guys, he says no, but if he didn't have good children, it's better that he did that. Now it's not that simple, because even it could be that even if the child is a rasha, maybe the grandchildren are tzaddikim. So because of that, they shouldn't start fooling around and start doing other things, right? Mishnah Vav, Mishnah number 6. A person comes and he says, "This is my son," he's going to be believed. Ze'achi, and anybody. If the person comes and he says, "This is my brother," he's not believed, right? Now, obviously, right? We have to understand, what does that mean exactly. Why is it that a person is going to be believed for his son? Okay, he is believed, and therefore the person will inherit him and everything. And also, if the father dies without children, he does not have to do yibum, so on and so forth. But this is my brother; he's not going to be believed. Okay, but basically the Torah gave the rights to identify your child, but that's only for a father to a son. Meaning the Torah gave you special rights that you could say, "This is my son," and then you're going to be believed, but not to do with anybody else. Okay. So then the brother is going to take a portion along with his portion, right? But if the brother comes and he dies after receiving the share of the state, the property is returned to their proper place, which was the brother that identified him. Meaning like this: you have a person that he comes and says, "This is his brother." The other boys are saying, "I don't know what you're talking about. We've never met him." So since they disagree, they don't have to give him a portion. He has to split the portion with the brother that admitted that he's the brother. However, though, the guy dies, it goes back to its place. If properties came to the other liege brother, right, some from somewhere else, the other brothers, the identifiers, and the other brothers, they also inherit, because since they never agreed that it wasn't. But at the end of the day, he said that it was the brother, so therefore they accept it as well. If somebody dies and all of a sudden there's like a will that's strapped to his thigh, it's nothing, right? Why? It has no legal effect, because at the end of the day, he didn't give any instructions, and maybe somebody just tied it there or just put it there afterwards, right? But if you gave this daitiki to somebody else to acquire it, right, for the heirs or for anyone, whatever it is, then be'emet his words are going to be standing and the instructions are going to be followed, because again, as long as he gave the will and he gave instructions to fulfill it, so then it's going to be okay. Have a wonderful day, Shavuot Tov.